Honorable Minister, guest of honors for today's function, Ms. Nivriti Rai of Intel, Mr. Naveen Shah of HPE, Mr. BVR Mohan Reddy Garu, Mr. Sanjay Baru, Secretary General of FICCI, Mr. Devendra Surana, Head of FICCI Hyderabad, my colleague Mr. GT Venkateshwar Rao, distinguished industry leaders from NASSCOM, from Hicc, Head of NASSCOM Foundation, members of tech community, startups, technology students, other invitees, press and media. On behalf of the Telangana government, I would like to add my warm welcome to all of you for gracing today's occasion. As other speakers pointed out, roughly about 2 years ago, we launched our IT policy. The launch was done by Mr. Narayan Murthy in the presence of His Excellency the Governor, our Honorable Chief Minister, and a galaxy of tech leaders. On that occasion, the Minister and I had mentioned that there are 10 sectors which this policy will be focusing on, and we had also assured that for each of those 10 sectors, we will bring out sectoral policies which will further amplify what the intent of the government is, what kind of role we envisage for the private sector, what responsibilities we would like to take upon ourselves, particularly skill building responsibility which Mr. Mohan Reddy spoke a while ago, what kind of support will the government provide to the development of that sector. And of those 10 subsectors, we were able to bring out the subsectoral policies in 2 spells. In the first spell, we brought out 4 subsectoral policies pertaining to electronic manufacturing, animation, multimedia and gaming, on rural technologies, and on open data. Then in the next spell, we brought out 4 more sectoral policies on data analytics, on cyber security, on data centers, and on, there was one more. And today, we are able to bring the remaining 2 subsectoral policies on IoT and e-waste. So in this way, the 10 subsectors that we had promised that the state government will really focus on in the coming day. The other policy was on innovation. How could I forget it, since we are leading the country today in innovation. So these are the 10 policies which in a way complete the journey which we began 2 years ago. But as all of you would appreciate, it is not just writing a good policy and printing it like a nice readable book. How much of it is delivered on ground really makes a difference between a well-articulated policy and a well-implemented policy. And I'm very glad to share that in the last 3 years, we have seen some tremendous participation, some tremendous response from the tech leaders, from large MNCs, from our local companies, and particularly from our startups in imbibing the spirit of these policies and coming up with fantastic products, fantastic services. Just now, we heard Mr. Shah speak about the e-health centers, which HPE has launched in the state of Telangana. And these are some of the things which we had spoken about when we had talked about innovation, when we had talked about rural technology centers, when we had talked about open data. So as an intersection of some of these initiatives, these kind of things are actually happening on the ground. Similarly, we do lots of work with Intel here. Intel has a very strong partnership with T-Hub. We have done this Innovate for Digital India program in Hyderabad, which went off very, very successfully. And there are a number of other initiatives of Intel also in the pipeline. And I'm very glad that both Ms. Rai and Ms. Shah are here in person in Hyderabad today, because government intends to deepen this relationship with these 2 global tech companies, both Intel and HP, as we know, are path-breaking companies, pioneering companies, which have given a lot to the world. And we would really like these 2 companies to get a more deeper engagement going with our Telangana government. So I'm very glad that both of you are here, so that you can see for yourself the kind of vision that we have, the kind of leadership our minister provides, and a number of things which are happening on the ground. In fact, if you just look behind, you see this partition board. Just behind that partition board, we have put up some kiosks today to show what kind of technology-enabled programs we have launched in the state in the last 2 years. And when you get a chance, please walk through these, see these kiosks. You will be amazed at the range of offerings that we have initiated. And of course, this is not the end of it. There are a large number of opportunities which we foresee. We are actually at this point in time working on about 24 such new possibilities with the partnership of some of the leading tech companies. We also are one state which gives a level playing field for startups. I know that there are lots of startups and would-be startups in the audience. Our innovation policy has come for terrific praise. In fact, because we have such a strong innovation ecosystem today, the American government and of course our government of India have chosen to host the next Global Entrepreneurship Summit here next month. In fact, in this very hall, roughly about a month and a half from today, we'll be hosting some of the who's who of the tech world in the Global Entrepreneurship Summit. And all that is a strong testimony to the vision which our minister has shown, to the ability to implement that vision into action by our entire IT team, and the kind of partnerships we have built with the leading tech companies and also with startups. So once again, I'm very glad that all of you chose to grace this occasion today. Please continue to provide us with your valuable inputs, your guidance and your support, and look forward to staying connected with all of you. Thank you very much.